have a good positive mindset. No matter what life throws at you, always find a way to get back up and run. The biggest thing is you need to be patient.
This is the Untold Journey.
What's your dream?
My dream. My dream is to be a actor, also uh, do something good for humanity, which is the reason why I am in healthcare while I pursue my passion for creative arts. So that is my dream.
Why why did you get into the medical side of things? Like, is that how you started your journey?
No, my mom was a nurse back home in Sri Lanka. So I always had that nag for nursing because of my mother. And then she's a very calm and well put together kind of personality. So I always looked up to her, which is the reason why when I moved here, right after high school, the guidance counselors, they either suggested, they knew that I had a passion for biology. I liked biology. I'm not a physics person, biology. So they suggested, why don't you go into nursing? If not nursing, paramedics. So I applied for both, and I got accepted for both, but made the decision to do nursing.
Where did you do nursing?
Here, there's a university. Now they call it different, but when I went to nursing school, it used to be known as University of Ontario Tech.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, University of Ontario Institute of Technology, the UOIT. It's a
Yeah.
big name, but now they call it OTU, Ontario Tech University. They simplified it a bit, so it's a 4-year course.
So how did you want to go from medicine and then you wanted to do acting? Like, they're two very different things,
Yeah.
right? Very different, two different industry,
hmm
right? Why did you want to get into that acting, comedy, that sector?
Because I was born with that talent. That is not something I started after I moved here, because I moved to Canada from Sri Lanka 2012. Yeah, so when I was 17, I came here. So that is the main reason everything started for me. The move was it was a good move. At the same time, it was not easy. But I'm going off the topic. But going back to your question, I always had that knack for acting ever since I was a kid. I used to do a lot of stage dramas, stage theoretical performances live in front of a lot of people when I was 6 years old, 5 years old, and then as I matured by age, the passion increased as well. So I did a lot of research on what is acting, uh, what is camera work, what is editing, color correction. So I did all of that research by myself, and then I was able to do everything by myself. So I didn't have a team; it was just me. So I will place the camera like how you have placed your camera. So I will place the camera. I will redo the same scene multiple times, and then I will watch it again. And if I made a mistake, I will redo it again, and then I will sit down for 8 hours, literally 8 hours. My parents think that I was crazy before, because they can't disturb me when I sit on my laptop and start to edit my videos. No one can disturb me because I'm so focused. So 8 hours I will sit there, edit it, color correct it, watch it myself, because I have to like my video. If I don't like it, I won't post it. I will delete it and redo it. So it was so hard for me to convince myself, because I have to first please myself to post it out to the public. So that's why it was very organized, my sketches and things like that. So the passion was there ever since I was a kid. Yeah. Now it's even more, but yeah.
How do you manage nursing and as well as making, like, doing the editing, like try to do all the scenes, try to make the comedy? How do you manage both of them?
Before I was very active with the making skits when I was in university. So on the days off, I do my edits and then I do my postings, and mostly Saturday Sundays I will record it, and then whenever I don't have a class or whenever I'm off, sometimes it's the classes are from home, so I find my time. After I started working, things changed. I didn't have that time I had before because it's a full-time job, 12-hour shifts, 4 days straight, and then 3 days off. Then on the days off, you will be very burnt out. You'll be extremely tired, and mentally, I couldn't focus too much into my editing. That's where I had to have a couple of my good friends to help me with my edits. So I just have to go act, and then they will edit it, color correct it, and then they will send it to me. I will watch it. Yeah, nice, post it. So
Mm. Yeah, I know. I get that because when nursing becomes a full time, then yeah, it's tough to do everything else,
yeah.
right? Because especially you get burnt out, like how you said, working 4 days straight.
Mhm.
Oh, that's honestly incredible how you do it, right? And nursing is not a very easy job
Mm.
either. When did you start all the acting? Like you started when you came here, when you came to Canada, or
No, I started acting when I was in Sri Lanka.
okay,
I went to a school called St. Thomas College, Mount Lavinia, in a city called Mount Lavinia.
okay.
Mount Lavinia, yeah, Mount Lavinia. And then every year there is a annual Tamil talent show. So everyone dances, sings, performances, their theoretical open monologues, and a lot of different types of crafts. And then people always have a part for me there. I mean, like in a small skit. So my seniors, they'll be like 5 years older than me, but they'll be like, you know what, call him. He will be perfect for that role. And in one time, they even dressed me as a party, like a older grandma with the sari and everything. I started my acting ever since I was little. I would say I was very serious with the expressions and the way you deliver dialogues. I would say that was top when I was 12, 13. Before then, I still got up on stage. I still did my craft, but it started way long before.
Bro, what was the first incident or like the first task that you had to do to become like to start your comedy, the acting? Because you said in 12, right? 12 you got all these big acts. You were doing it too, right? But what was the first thing that pushed you? It's like you try this and then
Mm.
wow, I loved it. Now I'm gonna
Okay.
pursue it.
It was at a church event. It was a Sunday school event. Um, and then they dressed me up as a grandfather. So I had a small walking stick with a big old glasses, and I have to act like a grandfather, and people loved it. My mom still tells me like everyone were like they came back and said, "Oh, your son is talented. Oh my God, he pulled the role for his age. How can he do that?" So they were like they were pushing, but of course, you Tamil parents, you can't explain creative arts as a career. They will be scared. What if that fails? What is my son going to do to survive, right? So my mom never really supported from the earliest stage, but she also likes my acting. So she enjoys it. So every chance I get, every opportunity I got, even in church or in schools, she's my makeup artist. She will come there. She will put makeup on me. Like if I have to dress up as a girl, she does everything. She was extremely supportive in that way because they all saw that I had a little bit of a talent in acting ever since I was a kid. So I would say that the public feedback when I was a child, that is how I was able to,
That pushed you
yeah,
to
pushed me to in my mind. I was able to think that, what, let me try that. As a
oh,
hobby, it started as a hobby, but now it's kind of like almost taken into a career kind of
well,
a.
instead of going nursing, why didn't you try going full time into the content or try to go full time in the acting?
Financially, it is not feasible for me because I'm the only child. So I still need to have a set income to live the day-to-day life. Say that I get an opportunity to act in a TV series or like act in a movie or something big comes my way, then I can think about it. But now, no. Now I'm doing shows, I'm doing performances. I also do MC. That's also a side income. I generated all the years of experience with talking with people, public speaking. So I try my best to get into it full time. But the biggest thing is you need to be patient. I am patient. So one day it will happen. Till then, I will still keep nursing as a main career path, like a profession, while I pursue my passion for acting and creative arts.
So you were saying financially, right? How much does it take for a person that wants to get into the acting slash, the content creation? How much would it usually take for a person to just get into that industry?
It is extremely hard to get into the industry because the competition is extremely high. There's a lot of people who can act. There's a lot of people who does videos online, TikTok or Dub Smash, or they used to call it Dub Smash before. The competition is very high. So to answer your question, if you're like, if you think in your mind like I cannot go another day without pursuing my passion for acting, you have to go to India. You have to go and meet assistant directors. Even that is hard. Getting an appointment with the assistant director is also very hard because the competition is high. So you have to keep on asking them for a chance. Go for casting calls. If you open up a paper in India, there will be like a list of casting calls. So you have to go for each of them, give your best performance, show them that you're really passionate to play that role. So you have to do all of that. For that, for someone like me, from going from Canada to India, the flight ticket, my accommodation, because I don't know a lot of people from India. So a flight ticket, accommodation, my food and things like that. Because unless they pick you and say that, you know what, I like David Billa, he's perfect for this role, fly him here. Unless that happens, it's extremely competitive. You have to spend your money. So where you go for that money? That's where you need a job. That's where you need to have a set income, some kind of income. Because if you have wealthy parents, your parents will be like, you know what, let me do that for my kid. I love him. So they will spend it. Not everyone is blessed that way. Not everyone is blessed with wealthy parents or like with generational wealth or. So you have to work hard. You have to put your extra effort to make your passion grow. So in my case, I've been doing this for 10 years now. My type of work, slowly I'm getting there. Slowly I'm getting there, but I'm very patient. So, and my parents understand that too. So they are also very supportive. So everything else is in God's hands.
Yeah, because I've been seeing your skits almost for about like the last 5 years, right? And then um, I showed you, the message, because all the skits that you make makes me happy, right? Like, even though I could be having a horrible day or something, and I come by one of your skits, like it just gives me joy, right? And then I sent you the message. I showed you the
Yeah.
message, right? I'm like, I don't know if you're gonna ever see this, right? Because you're doing amazing stuff, inspiring other people become a comedian. Like I don't know if you're gonna see it, but like I'm telling you, you actually it made my day for that. And then I don't know if it was right away or a couple days later. You told me, thank you for the support, or like I appreciate so. And I was like, no way. No way. Like, imagine I was like 18, 19 or something, like so young. And then getting because I seen you as inspiration back then. Because anyone on my phone, right, if they just scroll up, have like millions of views or thousands of likes or that, right? We always see like they're amazing. And I seen you like since, I don't know, for a while now. So it's crazy that how you're sitting right in front of me. I can't really describe that in words.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Because I can see the hard work, how much you put in. Now you have your own show that you do across Ontario, or trust?
Yeah, it's I partnered up with High Quality Entertainment. They are the ones that are normally organizing the shows, and we also get other upcoming or active stand-up comedians to join us on stage. So it's not just about me. I want to do it for others as well. So it's like a collaborative effort. So many people will be inspired to get up. Everyone they have some kind of a talent, right? So if you think that you can become a comedian, there is a platform for you guys. So that I'm trying to do that with my team, and then my team is very um, understanding, and they also very motivated to bring the next generation up.
So what's your next step from here? So because you're trying to go into acting, because you're doing all these different type of roles, right? Because you're the MC, you're a nurse, you're acting, your comedy show, right? You're doing all this, right? Is there anything more you're trying to do, trying to reach, or are you just trying to try to specialize in all these different like aspects?
Mm, so that's a very good question, because sometimes I don't even understand why I am putting myself into all of these baskets. But you if you want to become professional in something, you also have to take risks and try something new, right? So I also sing, but I never went to a classical teacher, or I never learned singing professionally. But I used to sing in church choir. So they used to give vocal training, but it's not like the classical Tamil vocal training, like Sangeetam. It's not like that, but it's more like Western musical education. I don't know how to say it, like do re mi fa sol la ti do do ti la so fa mi re, things like that. So to get your voice out there, right? So I did that when I was a kid, and then I tried to do a couple of cover songs here and there, and then people were like, "Bro, you sing? You can sing?" Okay, so that's it. They push me. If they say, "Oh my God, I can't even," can you please stay with your comedy, man? I can't hear your voice. Then I wouldn't do it, because of course your self confidence will drop down when someone says something negative, because it's out there. You know what I mean? But ever since I started singing, people try to say, you know what, you are doing good at it. Keep more singing, do more singing, right? Same thing with MC. I did one event. One of my one of my fans, she told me, David, I really need you to be my host. I was like, yo, I don't do MC. I can't. No, you're like, no, I will train you. She said, I will train you. She really wanted me to be there for her special day. I did that one. At the end, they were like, "Bro, your Tamil and the English, yo, how are you doing this? Amazing!" I was like, "Okay." They push me. They're like, "Do that. You're good at it." Then I slowly, I pick up more and more events, and now I'm also an MC. I also do MCing. I host receptions. I host stage shows. I host dance competitions, things like that. I'm also doing that. And also when it comes to acting, of course you've seen my acting on my thing. So that is also something I had from when I was a kid. But acting is it's a how can I say, it's an art. You have to master it. I'm not saying I'm the best actor. I still don't know how to do different roles, but I want to try it. Let them say, let the public say, you know what, he's good, or he's okay, or you know what, don't even go there. So they have to tell me. That way I will be able to also get that constructive criticism and work my way up to becoming good.
So those criticism is from the probably the people you love, right? Or like people that you value their opinion,
Yes.
or is it mainly like whatever the public says?
Okay, so you can differentiate between hate and criticism. There is a difference between being hateful and criticism. Hateful, don't even put it anywhere close to you. Push it away. If you, then you won't grow as a person. If you're always thinking, oh, you know what, people are going to hate me, people don't like me, don't think like that. Constructive criticism, they're like, you know what, bro, I liked what you did, but do that little bit differently. I value people like that. Thank God I have many people like that around me, which is the reason why I'm able to do what I'm doing now, because every time I feel less confident, in my work, they say no, bro, do it something differently, so you have to have a good network of people, well wishers of yours, to help you grow, and you can grow together.
Yeah, that's what I seen as well. Like doing this podcast as well. Sometimes I'll be like I don't know if this is good, right? But I'll get a lot of friends, like especially my first and second podcast when I started putting it out. A lot of people, they told me, it's like, it's really good, like really good jump you're doing, right? But then try changing this a little bit, right? And then I value this person, and then another person will say something similar. I'm like, okay, so I do it, rewatch the clips and then try to do something different, right? And then try to expand that, try to go work my way up.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing after every single podcast, right? I'll always have like come with my friends, like, oh, watch it, let me know what I could do, right? It's like how I'm talking to a person, right? How like every single thing, like you tell me what I could fix, and I'll fix it on the next one, and we just keep growing from there, right? And then I love to see that because I see like all the advice that you got from all your peers, right? And it grew you to the level where you are now. Right. How do you handle with like those hate comments or the troll comments?
It is not easy, because we are also humans. I'm a human, I have feelings, but you have to mold your mind in a way to ignore it. If not, when you're alone at home sitting by yourself, your mind will be always nagging you, say, oh, you know what, did you read that comment? They said that about you. What do you think about yourself? Your mind is the biggest thing that you have to set your, you have to be extremely careful with how you think about yourself. It is hard, but I have a good network of people, so every time something hateful or something bad happens to me, I get support from my people to push me up, you know so they don't let me fall down, so they always very uplifting, encouraging. They're like, we are here with you. I have my best friend, he's also a biggest support in my life. His name is Siva. So people like that, you need a supportive people around you, to deal with the hateful world. This is a cruel world. Not everyone wants you to do good. People, the moment someone sees that you are different, they will try to break your confidence. They might do something to you to break your confidence. Social media is a extremely different world. Once something is out, it is out. That's it. So you need to have good network of people around you to help you grow, and then also to deal with hate and things. So you won't fall down and stay there. They will pull you back up.
Do you look at your comments?
Yes, I do. I have to.
You gotta go back and like talk to the people that
No. I That is one thing I never did in my life. I never reply back to any hate comments. I never reply back to any hate messages. I never reply back to anything hateful. I don't give anyone that attention, because that is what they want. Sometimes they will be like, they will poke you and see if you will lash back at them, right? So I never give anyone a chance to do that. I will just quietly, I will see it, little bit of sadness,
yeah.
and then I will move on with my day. I don't talk. Why would I need to do that?
I bet it was like the hardest at the very beginning, right? Like when you
Oh yes.
started getting it, like I bet it was very cruel.
Oh yeah.
Right?
I still remember reading these comments sometimes. I still remember those. I won't say it, but extremely vile. They want you to break you. They want you to feel like you are nothing. You know. But again, I had a good network,
Yeah. How
well wishers, my best friend, my mom, everyone. They're like, always motivating, pushing me. Don't worry, you're doing well. Look, why are you looking at this one comment? There's 9 other good comments. Why are you only thinking about this? So move on.
that's an amazing way to look at it. right? Some people just get like they don't have it, like they just have a filter system in their head. It's like, okay, bad coming, that's whatever. This guy took spent his time to go write it for me. At least it'll help in the algorithm, right? Push my comment. I'm like, okay, thank you for the bad comment, and then continue with everyone else says that's good, right? There's something that I kind of struggle with. I wanna ask your opinion on it. So when you see the views on your content, right? Like especially at the beginning, right? When you don't see the views coming in for you, how do you handle that? Is like you're putting your time, effort, at least 8, 9 hours into this one video, right? But it doesn't do well, and then you do another one that also doesn't do well. How do you manage with that?
So I have to watch my content and be proud of it. So my thinking is very important to me, how I view my content, right? So if I believe, when I look at the final edit, if I truly believe this is good, that is good. That's it. I will post it. And then normally once I post it, I don't even care about if people will watch it or like it or not, because it is free. I am doing all of the work. I'm not paying anyone to do anything at that time, beginning stage. So I was like, what am I going to lose? I like it. I will laugh at my uncle character I play. I was like, oh my god, man, this is so good. That's it. I will just post it and just be quiet. And then luckily, people will start sharing it and things. And then I will get messages like, you know what, bro? Can you do that theme, that video like that? They will give me advices. Can you do a parents teachers meeting, bro? I will like, okay. Then I will record it. I will watch it. If I feel I like it, I post it. That's it. I don't care if I get a million viewers. If I don't get a viewers, it is not my concern. That is public's audience concern, because I like it. I enjoy my things. That's all I care about. In Tamil சொல்லணும்னா you have to நீங்க ரசிச்சு செய்யணும். If you do that, nothing else matters.
Yeah,
Then
very passionate with it.
yeah, and then the audience will like it, and then they will share it.
Yeah, that's what I changed my mind like that. I'm like, why did I start this? Like, what was the main reason? Am I here for views, or am I here to just to inspire that one person, right? So that's why. So that keeps playing in my mind over and over again. Doesn't matter if you don't get, if you get one message after the video gets released, right, or like a day after, that's all you need, right? Because that's the main point why I did this, and then that's why we have it.
That's right.
So that's why I keep on going like that.
You're doing good, man. Look at this beautiful setup. You guys also have a new light today.
New light just for you. seeing the different type of lights, how they hit our face, all sorts of like that. You also went on a fitness journey, right? I would like to know about that. How did that go? Why the fitness journey? Why you started?
I used to be a huge fan of wrestling. Growing up, so John Cena, Batista, Undertaker. I used to have those like a Pokemon cards. We used to collect it. So those guys are jacked, huge guys, right? So I always thought to myself when I was like 5 or 6 years old, I want to look like that one day. What do I have to do to get there? Again, just like how the acting passion started, my fitness passion started at that young age too. But I didn't know where to start it. And I needed a little bit of professional experience of others to try to push me in that direction as well. So when I was 13, I started watching YouTube videos on how to do how to get a big bicep, how to make that ball stick out of your arm. So I researched, and then again my friend Siva, he also had that same passion for bodybuilding, so he gave me a nudge, like join my gym. So I started working out when I was 13, 15. Nothing big, but you're a small kid. How much you can lift, but the movements like chest flies, bench press, squat, deadlift, all of those movements, I started doing it when I was 15, 16. And then when I came here, that's when I started making a little bit more money through my part-time job. Then I went into supplements like whey protein, creatine. Those are the ones that I took to get to where I am now. So I did my research in bodybuilding, and then I worked. There was one of my good friends. He goes by the name Zeus Fitness. So he him and I, we worked together, and then he trained me. He made me lose a lot of weight, and then I that's the first time I even saw, like, I can see my definitions because of him, because he pushed me. and then slowly the passion increases, different things. So now I don't lift any heavy anymore, so I'm just going to try to lose as much as I can. Again, if you want to do a lot of good roles in acting in the future, you can't be too big. You won't fit into all the roles. So I also understood that, because one of my good friends is a director. He told me, think about that. I'm not going to tell you don't do it, but think about that. So it started long time ago, bodybuilding, and it's also a healthy lifestyle. There's researchers, they will say the more muscle you have, the more young you will look, and the more like your lifespan will be. So that is that.
So yeah, because the gym is very very good for just health in general, right?
Yeah,
Regardless if it's for anything else, at the end of the day, you do it for yourself,
yeah,
right? And then you kept going just to get that build, right? But then also for the healthy lifestyle, and then you get the try to get that acting role as well, right?
yeah.
So
And
you have
also, just to add on to that, also your mental health. Gym will help you with that. It will help you be focused. So every time I have a setback in my life, gym was a big part of my life to help me get up and run back at it again. How can I don't know how to explain it, but it kept my mind on a good note. I didn't feel like I'm worthless. I didn't feel like I'm helpless. Gym will motivate you in a way. Your mind will be refreshed. So that is also one of the reasons why I continue it and why I'm still doing it, because it's a therapy. Gym is a therapy.
Yeah, instead of actually going to the actual therapy, this is like another, because a lot of people just goes like all the anger, everything they have, like the sadness, everything. Like if I just go to the gym, just work on myself, at the
Yeah,
end of the day, I'll have my back, right? So just keep
exactly.
keep going like that all the time. So you said that you're a singer, actor, and then you're doing comedian as well. So I see that you're doing a lot of collabs with a lot like other content creators, right? So when you start doing those collab, do you reach out to them or they reach out to you, or it's just both?
It's a collaborative measure. For example, I've done many videos with Basement Real
Yes.
Brothers. I love those guys. I started at the same time they started. And then also when I do shows overseas, of course, that is business. So they will reach out to me in a professional way, like an email, like, would you be down to do the show? And then, yeah, and then if I'm free, I go. It's always a collaborative measure.
Yeah, try to do it both of them.
Yeah.
How's the collab, like how does the collab go? Like is it just like all business, like we just have to get the script done, like is like on a set, or is like it's just a fun, how to play for time, you put your input on the sets, like how does it go?
So acting collabs like the one I did with Basement Reels, it's pure passion for the acting craft. So we love to collaborate and see our scripts come to life. And then for example, hosting a show, that is business. That is like I'm on a mic, I'm running the show, I'm the master of ceremony, so that is business. But mostly acting, it's all for the fun of it. I will love it. When they say camera action, that's it, then we come alive. That is a different thing. It's not for the money, I would say. I never did my acting for money. It's a love for passion.
Yeah, so passion is the main reason why people get into like certain things, right? Like like how you're very passionate into the acting, right? That's the main reason why you got into same thing when I'm passionate about this. That's why I got into this, right? No one ever look. If you look for the money, then the money that you're trying to get will never come to you,
Yeah,
right? That's how I see it in one way. I'm like, you gotta be passionate, put all your time, effort into this. Don't ever look at
yeah,
like how much money you're gonna make at the end. If you're having fun, right? And if this is what you want to do, go and do it.
exactly. Always be motivated, be encouraged, have a good friend circle. So those are the three main things you have to do if you want to go and get something that you really want. Because this world is a very cruel place. It will never let you grow. It will always try to, uh, when you are trying to move forward, it will try to pull you back. So you need helpful hands, helpful network to always pull you pull you forward with them. So that is it.
What was your hardest challenge you ever faced?
Hardest challenge? I would say moving from Sri Lanka to here, it was extremely hard because I didn't move when I was very young. I moved here when I was 17. So I had to leave all of my friend circles who I've accumulated over the past 17 years in Sri Lanka. And then only child, I don't have any siblings, I'm the only child. So it was a hard move. So, and the transition period, uh, moving to Canada as a 17-year-old guy, going to high school here is fully everything is in English. In Sri Lanka, it was not like that. I studied in Tamil medium up until I was to O level. O level is grade 12 there. Up until O level, everything is in Tamil medium. We have one English class, like religion class, English class, science class. I had only one English class. Everything else is in Tamil. So in high school, everything is English. So that was my hardest part, trying to adapt and trying to survive and not drown. So I was able to do it, and then I finished university. Finished high school, then went to university. That was also a little bit hard because that is like I advanced, advanced English. So I had to work hard to get through that university. And
How did you do that? Because you were speaking majority Tamil in Sri Lanka, right?
yeah.
And then that one class, I don't think that one class is really gonna change everything when you come to Canada, right? So how did that even happen? Like, did you practice day and night how to speak
Oh
English,
my
or
God, I had one extremely strict English teacher, tuition. After class, after school class, I had one extremely strict English teacher. Every time I see her, my hands sweat and my legs shake because she doesn't play around. She will beat you if you get a spelling wrong. And normally, like every day, she will give us 10 English words like professional, elephant, like sarcasm. And the next day when you go, you have to know how to write those words without any error. So if I get 3 wrong out of 10, that's it. I have to kneel down and she will hit me.
oh
So
my
that is something that kept me going. So I always prepare myself. I never, I was never scared with any teachers in my life except her. But that worked out for me, I guess. So when I moved here, her English, the way she was teaching me is the main reason why I was able to complete university here without having that trouble.
Did you get a lot of help in university as well?
Oh yes, friends, loving, loving, loving friends. So they took care of me. I can't be more grateful.
You okay?
Sorry, but
I'll give you a second. Yeah.
you need to have good friends, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. He's getting. I'm sorry.
No, no, no.
No, you don't need to talk about it if it's too.
No, no, no. It's okay. You need to have good friends because they are the main reason why people move forward in life. So I had great friends. Always thank to God.
Yeah. Here's some.
Thank you. It's okay. And thanks, bro.
You drink some water. Drink some water.
Yeah, because it was not easy. That's why I teared up because I know how hard it was. But friends are the ones that pushed me to the next level. Close friends, friends I've accumulated over the years through networking, artist friends, like collaborative measures. So
Is everything
I'm
okay?
good. I'm good.
Are you good? So sorry for touching
No, 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 no,
softball.
no.
But yeah, I get your feeling and how much of an impact they meant to you, because even for me, I only have like a few friends that I really close with, right? That help push me as well, right, to make it to the next level. So I understand how much they meant to you,
Mhm.
because they're like another brother to us, right? Like
Yeah, brother,
another
sister.
siblings to
Oh
us.
yeah, yeah,
It's so yeah, so they helped you,
yeah.
and they're still pushing you. I
Of
bet they're
course.
the people that are helping you push your content, right? Telling you you got this, to making you become better and better and better.
Mm.
So going back into your acting, right? So someone in the content creation,
Mm.
right? If someone wanted to get into that today, you said it was very difficult,
Mm.
right? But is there any way that someone could stand out, right, and somehow, let's say, become like try dominating or try becoming one of the best in like in the content
Mm.
creation space?
Mhm.
Because it's a lot of people are posting videos, right? I don't know how many content creators are out there, but I know they're like like probably in the tens of millions of people,
Mm.
right? So like what could one person see, right, that will give them an edge into getting into starting that content creation,
Mm.
becoming the like doing that acting, or trying to go into comedy, or
Mm.
trying to get into, yeah, even for me, like trying to get into the podcast interview space,
Mm.
like entertainment space. Do you have like anything that would help them go faster, like become bigger and bigger in that social media world?
When I started, we didn't have TikTok and big social media platforms. So I would say it was little bit easier to have the exposure at my time, back in 2013, because Instagram was recently launched and I opened up an Instagram account right away. So that's how I was able to put my content and people started sharing it a lot, right? Now there's TikTok is one of the best platforms to become famous because it's all based on algorithm.
Mm.
So say that you make a video and it was pretty popular in one certain country, right away the algorithm will push lots of audience to that video. Have something unique. If you are a singer, if you are singing an SPB song, try to do it your style. My one of my good friends, Steve Cliff Music, that's what he do. He used to. I used to do. I'm still doing a lot of songs with him. He said, "Bro, you sing in your style. Don't think about how the original song was. Sing it in your style. So maybe that will be unique. The way the ragam, the way you do it, it might be unique. And then acting wise, you can play a lot of mimicry artists. They mimic like Rajanikanth, or they mimic like Kamala Hassan. Their audio will be playing in the back, but in the camera they will be doing that. So try it indifferently, like something unique. That's how you will be able to stand out. And if you have that patience, because I've been doing this for 10 years, so I never gave up once. Right, so you need to have that patience, to be patient and always come up with a new craft. So I recently, I somewhere along the line, I started doing voiceovers. Like I will start saying for animal voiceovers. You probably seen few of those.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was unique. So when I put it, people were like, "Whoa, bro, this is good. Do more, do more." So authentically,
Mm.
you do something unique, and then don't overthink about it. Just post it and wait patiently. If you are good at it, definitely people will start to share it and you will definitely get that recognition.
How you said that you were doing some singing, but you were singing as like SPB. Do you have like an inspiration when it comes to the acting, comedy?
I always looked up to Mr. Bean. I love Mr. Bean ever since I was a kid. His comedy, because it's no verbal, it's all emotions. He will say like Bean, and he's like very. He doesn't say a lot of words. All emotions and facial expressions. And also I like Vadivelu. Vadivelu is my body language specialist. The guy will make you laugh by looking at you. So those two people were my biggest inspiration for comedy. But for acting, I used to look up to Sivaji Ganeshan growing up. I watched, again, being a little boy, probably like 5, 6 years old, I was hooked to Shivaji Ganeshan's movie, like Thiruvirayadal. There's a lot of different movies. So I was so hooked into them, and my mom used to say I used to watch it again and again and again. And she's like, even I don't like to watch this multiple times. How this guy? Because I like his acting, the body language, the expressions. So Shivaji was my first favorite person to look up to, and then for that massness, that class, that style, Ajit Kumar. So I like him for his classness. So if he just looks at you with the sunglasses, my God, it's a world level style. So Sivaji Ganeshan and Ajit for my acting, and then Mr. Bean and Buddy Velu for comedy. Singing, I like everyone. But if you ask me, composer, I like Harris Jairaj. I love Harris Jairaj. His music is a soul music, you know. So that is for singing.
So will we see a song by you soon?
Yeah, I'm making one. It's going to be my first single. I'm in the works.
Okay.
So hopefully by summer, we will be able to also do like a music video out of it, and then
Is the song about something impactful for you, or is it just been like, okay, for fun?
it's a nice melody, like a romantic song. Yeah, I like melodies a lot. That's why I like Harris Jairaj. Harris Jairaj is a king of melody. He's like soul music. So that's why I wanted to try to sing one in my own voice and do a proper production for that and release it by summer, hopefully. But let's see.
Wow, a man with so many different talents. I'm gonna ask you, what are you gonna do next after this one? Like, you're gonna start dancing, maybe?
Oh, yo, dancing and me very far, brother. No way, bro. No. If you ask me to dance, I will look like a robot. I can't.
Have you tried before?
I did. It didn't work out well. One time my pants ripped. I'm actually serious. It happened at a wedding reception. I told them, please don't pull me to the dance floor. I can't. They still went ahead and pulled me, and when the music is too loud, you won't hear the pan rip. But I felt it. I felt it. It was so embarrassing. But of course, I have got a good friends like the Ram Agaradi from Montreal. He's a dance master. So he always asks me every time I go for a show. He's like, Billa, or dance step on photo. I was like, no, brother, please leave me. But I want to try it. I would say I have to be flexible, but I don't think I'm flexible.
You don't know till you try,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Same thing with the singing. You don't know if you try,
Yeah.
right? Say acting.
Let's
Ye-
see for
This
this
is-
music video. I'll see if I can put couple of steps. And
'Cause if you need some background downstairs.
you're a dancer?
No, I'm not. But like, for you, are you done? Oh man, you're amazing. You're a very funny guy. I bet that pants ripped. So you never danced it ever after that?
No.
Never
No, no.
did
Of
that?
course, I dance, but it's not like big crazy moves. I can't do any crazy moves. It's like a regular dance, like how people dance at a wedding reception dance. It's just for move for the beats. That's
Yeah,
it.
like jump up and down.
That's
That's
it,
That's all
that's
you
it.
can do. Like
Yeah.
move one arm.
Yeah, and then shoulder movements. That's dance.
Do the gym movements and
Yeah. That's the dance I know.
okay. So there's always a question I always ask for all the like all the other episodes. It's my last question, right? If nobody watched this podcast and they skipped to the very end, right? What advice would you say to everyone? It doesn't have to be related to nursing, acting, comedy. It could be anything in general.
Have a good positive mindset. No matter what life throws at you, always find a way to get back up and run. If you stay down, that's it. So have a good network of people around you to help you, and then everyone can help you. But if you don't have it right here personally, then those help doesn't mean anything. So always have a positive mindset. Try to do something to be positive. For me, the biggest strength that I have is my spiritual faith. I'm a follower of Christ, a follower of Jesus Christ. So that is my biggest strength I have, because I'm always at peace, knowing that I have a higher power watching over me, protecting me, and always behind me whenever I fall down. So spirituality is also a good thing to navigate through the hardships and the cruelty the world throws at you. So that's what I would say.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being a part of the
Thank you,
podcast.
brother. Thank you.